What up, everyone? Heads up.
Yo.
I still got no stream here.
I got a stream, but it's just a pile of dollar bills or $100 bills.
Well, Nick and Dan and I were debating. We're not going to reveal, but who's everybody rooting for?
Yeah, who are we rooting for, guys? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to reveal because we genuinely haven't figured it out.
I have no idea who I want to win.
Yeah, that's we're being secretive because we just haven't decided.
I have generally been a big Sasky guy.
Yeah, I told you
I
got
on the Sasky boat kind of quick.
I went on the Sasky boat.
Off. There was that 1 minute interview where he said he's not surprised to be here because his goal was to win the main, and so he's here. Job's not done.
All right, I got the stream going here.
I like a good villain.
Announcers look great. Just because he dresses like a Bond villain doesn't mean he's actually a villain.
Well, but someone that says I'm not surprised to be here.
I think Janji had a good point yesterday where like he beat Jumalan when Jumalan led that 4-3 and then like called the raise and jammed the turn, and Sasky called it off with 10s, and then he pointed at him.
He pointed at him once, and then another time he won like a tiny pot, and he just stared at him and did this.
He gave him one of those like when he called after he doubled up with the 10s in a huge pot. He gave him one of these.
No,
that was sick. Also, I was looking at Sasky being like, yeah, this is like this older Finnish dude. And I'm like, fuck, this guy's the same age as me. I'm getting old. Like when I saw he was 40, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, we think we're still Lucas.
Yeah, I'm not Lucas anymore, buddies. I'm Sasky, and Sasky's about to win.
There he is. I'm gonna turn the volume on for this. I want to hear what he has to say.
Although I don't mind being this guy's age. He looks pretty good today.
Live the moment, but I will do my best, try to play my best game, but I have a good feeling about tonight.
You mentioned a tough opponent. You two have battled since really day 5 of this tournament. What can we expect from this heads-up battle between the two of you?
I would expect a high level of aggression, so it should be fun for the viewers to watch it. So yeah, that's it.
Well, thanks, Jeff. We talked plenty about Saskalati's incredible sense of style.
All right.
What do you say?
I said there's going to be plenty of aggression, and yeah, he definitely has.
You got to get pucks in deep.
Pucks in deep.
Yeah, hard on the forecheck.
Keep it simple.
What do you think, Thomas? How long is this going to last?
Oh yeah, I gotta get the comments up. I'm always bad at that, and I like actually answering the questions.
So there's 60 big blinds deep. How much left in the level?
What's the longest heads up you guys ever played when you were playing out without a deal or anything? Do you remember hours?
Playing without a dealer? What are you saying?
Playing without a deal, like you didn't chop, so you were like grinding and playing. Like what was
my longest heads up was after I made a deal with Sam.
Yeah, that
Greenwood.
was the dumbest thing you guys have ever done.
And then we played for like 4 hours.
Okay, I'll tell this very quick story. We were playing one of the best invitational, I guess it was like a 250K on the side, and Sam Greenwood and Dan, who are great friends and swap all the time, are grinding like a 17 BB average heads up tournament, like at the end of a tournament for the next 4 hours, watching us all play against all these VIPs. And we're like, what are they doing? That was for the first hour. And then when it was the second hour, we were like, really? Like, what are they doing now? And then they went on for 4 hours, and we're like, what the fuck? Like, what were you
It was when I think it was SHR, like Super High Roller Bowl Cyprus.
It was Cyprus. Yeah, I
And
remember watching you.
yeah, I think it was maybe either a 25K or a 50K, and we get heads up. We made a deal, but then we're like, well, whatever. We'll play for the trophy. And Sam's like, okay, but we gotta play seriously because like it's important
Because I'm about to start a punt of the day. blog,
No,
and
he
I
was
need
like,
to
yeah,
make
you know,
sure.
like Carrie wants a good show, like he wants us to take it like serious, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, sure, we'll play. I want to win. I want to win the trophy anyway. And then it was just like one of those things where it took a while, but then since we were like 15 big blinds deep, it didn't seem like we would need to make any like, oh, you can't like limp the button anymore rules.
That was the dumbest thing any of us
Because
ever
we're
saw.
like, it'll just naturally end.
You guys played for no money during a great giant stakes tournament for no reason.
It was nice to get some reps in, I guess. But probably a bad time to do it.
There's probably only like a matchup of two guys that would actually do that. And you guys, you're the two guys.
Nick,
So-
you were on the rail for my longest heads up ever.
That was Jonathan Little.
Yeah.
I had to get back to marketing class, dude. I had a 2.5 hour drive.
There were a lot of people sleeping on the rail. That was at least 4 hours, and it had already been a long final table.
I was wondering when I asked that question if that would be it. John's referencing when he played a 10K with all of himself, and I had 10%. When who knows how much money you had? I don't even know, but like definitely not enough to have 80.
We had like 80K.
He probably had $80,000. I probably had 50,000 and had 10%, and John had all of it, and he got second for 800,000. That's how we rocketed our career up.
Wait, was it? Wait, wait, I know about this because I got a sneak peek at some of your writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when he was going in telling everyone his name was Kermit Ferguson, that he owned him. He had inherited a bowling alley.
I was Chris Robin for that tournament. Kermit Ferguson came a year later.
Christopher Robin, who, by the way, if anyone doesn't know, is the kid from Winnie the Pooh. And I'm Christopher Robin. But inherited the bowling alley was a real story during Fox. So like,
Yeah.
I inherited a bowling alley and I used that money to buy into this tournament. I'm gonna min raise you all in on the river with nothing. I'm just little Christopher here, min raising you all in on the river with nothing. Opening to 20x level 1.
So Sea-Dog says Ellis was likely coaching Saskia based on his Instagram story.
Dude, I called that right away, but there's no way Ellis would have folded the ace-10 suited. Ellis would look as good as Saskia has the whole time, though. Wardrobe-wise, I believe it.
I still think he got some of the stairs from Patrick.
I feel like it might have been an Elis Patrick
collaboration. Yeah. Technical stuff from Elis, and then Patrick.
And then just straight physical. Patrick was like, you have 2 weeks. How many curls can you do? Can you curl all day? Muscles are important.
You must order 2 orders of lamb.
Here we go.
Here we go, baby. John G, what do you got here, man?
Ace Jack of Hearts.
No, but like, how do you being nasty at heads up? Like, do you like do different things to feel out how people are gonna play?
Yeah,
You never come in with a set strat, right? As somebody that's like good.
I mean, if I know my opponent and I feel like I have a good guess at how they're going to play, I'm definitely.
But like this
early
situation,
on.
these guys heads up wise,
Yeah.
they have no idea what's going on, right? So what would you think about?
Well, the tricky thing is, I think, like many heads ups, they probably both think they're the better player. Wow. Okay.
What? Well, wow. You
Yeah.
can't
What
be
was-
folding suited
What was the
stuff.
open size from Sasky?
Normal.
I mean, that's very surprising. It's just like the first node stuff is
I mean,
what.
even if it was a 3x, you still call, right?
I do want to.
Yeah.
I actually was genuinely interested about the answer to my question, but that fold was fucking crazy.
Yeah. So it's one of two things, because if either of them is getting coaching, obviously you start with first node stuff, how to play the button, how to respond to an open, how to respond to limps. That's just kind of the basis for everything. And the only thing you could imagine, if Lucas kind of knows what the charts look like, is something where he doesn't feel like he's giving up a ton of EV right away to throw everything off for the future for Sasky. But I can't imagine it's that. That's just strange.
And then generally, my real question, like I want to know, is like, what kind of stuff do you do to feel somebody out heads up at the end of a tournament, like before you know how they're going to play? Like, do you start kind of like passive and limpy and see what they do, or do you start like especially at this depth?
Like, would you vary pre-flop open sizes to mess with them and look for anything?
I'm going to be more weird against someone who I think is a decent reg but not a heads up player, and I'm going to be more standard and exactly what you'd expect, pot control-y, if I think that they're not a particularly good player, especially in any era before the last year or two when almost nobody was too aggressive heads up. Now you will find some unknowns who in some spots will be too aggressive, but that never used to be the case. So just getting them to play small with you was the ultimate goal.
I have like a.
So that was a 3x here, right?
Yeah. He 3x the first hand too.
Okay.
Which does make the 10-2 closer.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But still, I didn't realize it's deeper than I thought. They're 70. I don't think you fold a suited hand, right, John?
No, but I'll say that I kind of like Sasky playing 3x on the button. If you think about how Lucas has played the last 2 days, I don't think he's going to over 3-bet the big blind. So getting more money in from the button's kind of nice.
Isn't it closer to good? Isn't it closer to optimal, even if we were playing against each other, than it would be to min raise?
Yeah, it's got to be right around there.
Like, what do you want to do, Dan?
2.7
2.7 your range or something?
2.7.
If we're going to be really
2.7 with an occasional limp.
You don't really need to limp at 100 if you don't want to, right? Or at 70. Like, if you don't want to, you don't have to, right?
I'd say at 70.
It gets you a lot more money, but I'm saying for our guys out there, like if they want to raise everything, like they can.
Yeah, like anything above 50, if you just play RFI only, it's kind of you're capturing most of it. If you're not,
typically it looks like this. Like your worst stuff, you do want to limp, right? Like you want to play the whole deck by limping, but if you don't, not a disaster.
I would say from a meta perspective, there's kind of a nice thing. If you're not super experienced heads up and you're playing really deep, either you're going to be playing someone else who's not particularly good and they're almost certainly not going to over 3-bet. So your open's going to capture a lot of EV, or you're playing someone better and they probably don't want to diminish the SPR. So they might not over 3-bet either. So you can kind of get away with the extra opens against most people.
Mm-hmm.
And even if and limping good hands becomes really bad versus someone that's a little bit too tight to ISO, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to really want to do that. So maybe a lot of guys that are watching now, like, when they're at the end, they might want to just like limp their bad hands and raise everything good and not get punished.
I think intuitively, a lot of people stumble on that strategy. And it just works for a long time until people meet their maker and kind of get crushed.
Yeah, but I think it just kind of works anyway, and like that's how it's supposed to work anyway. So that's a good thing. Do we think Sasky was in the Sims with Elis last night, or do we think he was just ironing his polos? That's the thing. That's what. If you're going to play heads up for 4 mil, like, or do we think there was a deal? We probably not, right? We don't know.
Yeah, hard to say.
Sasky plays polo in Spain. He might just have all the money.
That's what I mean. Like, or they didn't even like. It's hard to WSOP won't do a deal, so these guys
Yeah.
aren't. Maybe if they don't know each other, they're not gonna be like, all right, they won't let us do a deal, but like, give me the $2 million later. Like,
Right,
they're
yeah.
probably just play. It's probably pretty likely they're just playing for $4 million.
To answer or 3770, yeah, if you're 3xing and limping, there's going to be a little bit more limping. But if you're just doing something like 2.5x, you can raise from the small blind with, let's say, 80% of hands and capture most of the EV. Again, not saying it's optimal, but for less experienced heads up players, that would be fine.
I would say this. I
What
messed
just
around.
happened last hand there? Did he just check call lead on the king? Probably not that, but it was 10-7-9.
It was
Turn
10-5 and
king.
6-7, right? Were there
7-6 and 10-5, yeah. The best hand won, but I'm kind of confused why you put money in on the turn.
10-5 or 7-6. Yeah,
I
don't
thought
know.
no,
Double barrel
because
bingo curve.
yeah, the 10-5 C bet 10 million on the flop after min raising.
So that's a really aggressive turn barrel if he already bet a substantial size on the flop and then he bets the king. It's just kind of that whole linear. I think I have the best hand. Keep putting money in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What I was gonna say is I actually looked into this a little bit, even in this format, and like seems to be a heads up. The best way to play against a random dude that's not going to be aggressive enough is like you actually make a lot by limping your very worst hands and never folding them if somebody doesn't ISO you aggressively enough. So you should never fold and then just raise all your good stuff because they probably don't 3-bet you or ISO you enough and 3-bet you enough either. So
Yeah.
you just do the thing we talked about.
So Alex is saying 2/3 flop, 2/3 turn, and I'm trying to think back. I missed a lot of day one, but every time I've seen Lucas feel like he either probably has the best hand or might have the best hand,
He bets
seems to
big.
he puts money in as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
big side, like not, but his checks just have to be so weak at this point.
Yeah. But like it doesn't mean it's bad, right? Like you're not saying that. Yeah.
No. I mean, there were a lot of them that I mildly disliked, one or two that I strongly disliked, but I don't think overall it's a bad strat
I
necessarily.
guess I'm saying in the context of like playing a final table for $10 million one time, he had the approach of like taking down every pot, whether he had a good hand or a bad hand, and like making it as high likelihood as possible that he would win the pot right now. That was his strategy, and that's what he did. And he just happened to run into hands that folded a lot, and it could have gone pretty poorly for him if he had reasonable contenders. But I do think that was his strategy, was just like, I'm going to take everything down without showdown and use the size that does that.
I agree. I think that was the strategy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that was the strategy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that with the middle of my range personally. But when he did do it with the middle of his range, he defended it. So I guess this will take a long time to get actually shallow, right? If no one's typically we'll see, it's not you and Dan playing against each other, so we're not really going to see as much 3-betting as we're expected, especially with really trash hands like Queen 5 off or whatever. Especially maybe if Lucas thinks that he has a big edge, he might skip those even if he knows they're good.
I think they're both going to be in momentum zone. I think they're both going to be like, well, I haven't 3-bet, so it doesn't really matter what I have because it's been 12 hands. And
so
on the other side, they could be like, well, I've 3-bet a bunch recently, so I better defend ace 10 suited.
Do you think that's actually like there's merit to that, or do you think they should just be like looking at their cards and doing what's right?
Mostly the latter. I mean, I think that there's something to it if one of them truly has the other one reacting emotionally. And they both seem like on the table to have very emotional reactions. Like what we saw from Lucas the other day was a glimpse of maybe when things start to go poorly for him, he might button up a little bit. So for example, if I was Sasky and I won a couple of nice pots, I might start 3-betting a couple of mixy bullshit hands from the big blind. But if I was advising either of these two, I would tell them to not think like that. That's something that I think everyone who's in this spot thinks they're good at, and very few people are actually good at it.
You would say 9 out of 10 guys you're going to coach, or you're just going to be like, play the ranges the correct way and you're going to do great.
Yeah. I'm sure you've had this too, where you have to remind people that almost everyone you've ever coached thinks that they have good natural instincts. And they probably do at a certain level. And then when you move up to the next level, those same instincts, they might actually be below average.
I always think about an analogy that Dan will get, and you'll get it too, but more resonates with Dan, is like in hockey, the guys that make the NHL, right? Like the guys that end up being fighters in the NHL, like just straight enforcers, like fourth liners, they were the goal scorers when they were in college and juniors. Mm-hmm. So when you get to the highest level, it's like, nah, man, you're a fucking grinder. Yeah. You're not the
Harold, they're dealing now the next hand.
What's that?
Yeah.
Just talking to the chat.
Okay.
Accepting where you are in each ecosystem is really important in poker.
It's like how good you
need to get CTE in order to get minutes in the NHL is just what one must do.
How good you need to be the live read guy and the feel guy at like the toughest, highest stakes games is really different than other games, right? And like that's kind of the hockey thing.
All right, Sasky throws down a limp. Wow, there's Lucas with a really pot control check.
Yeah. That's a great. I'm not on board with this. Not even close, right?
No, I think he's a real field guy with this stuff,
especially versus the first limp. Like,
but you're so deep to just play.
Of course. You have 40% of a royal flush. You gotta take it up a notch.
Well, if the last 2 days have been evidence of anything, he's about to win 100 million chips.
Well, we'll see. Sasky's got an open ender, kind of a sick.
And we're on the heels of a pads post being like, actually checking Queen Jack suited here is the most genius play.
Yeah, the river's going to be an 8, and he's going to lead.
I mean, we're already shaking.
No, he's just going to get 30 million right now.
So Sasky's going to go like a classic 12 mil size here, right? We're not going to see 18 mil.
Correct.
12 it is.
This is why he's here.
Lucas is going to call river deuce check 50 mil.
River deuce lead for B60.
No, lead for B10.
No.
No.
He doesn't do that, but
he might.
I mean,
dude, milk him.
Well, that's just gonna go check now, right?
10 mil. Yeah. Milk him.
The thing is, like, Lucas never has King Jack. He should never have King 10. You actually could bluff the 7-4 in theory.
Well, why can't Lucas have King Jack and King 10?
He should pure ISO that limp.
Well, he has Queen Jack suited.
But you know what I mean. Like,
no, I know what you mean. But but
yeah, when you really puzzle it as Sasky, it's kind of a sweet hand to bluff with.
Yeah. I mean, blocking the river 2 pairs.
Size,
for and then using it as an overbet bluff does make some sense.
Yeah.
That just seems like a wild. Like if I think I'm the best player by far, I'm like very excited to ISO that, right? That's not like a check that you want to make because you think you have an edge.
Yeah, I mean, it's just too good of a hand.
You got to wonder how much Sasky processes there in terms of seeing that and how wild it is. I think a lot of times in these spots, players are still kind of responding to the results and what could I have done differently, if anything, and maybe forget to pull in the information of not only what did I just see from Lucas and how do I synthesize that.
Say
Yeah,
it
I
was
mean-
you. Say it was you, and you saw that showdown versus somebody. Like, what would you do?
Oh, I go into full social mode and try and keep them as chill as possible. We're just two boys who like to see flops. Let's keep, I'm thrilled. And
But what do you make of the next ISO though? Like, how do you process it? Like, what do you want to do versus it? I mean, I guess I don't want to hack into your game too much, but like, how do you process that info when you see somebody make like they check an easy ISO?
if there's no conversation, we got a set, but nothing for Sasky. So what did Lucas went 2x on the button now?
He always min raises.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say I actually maybe don't process it as strongly as you might expect, Nick, because more so I think somebody's just kind of like doing this for their ISO decisions if they check the queen jack suited. I don't think it was like a pre-programmed only, nines plus and garbage thing.
But surely you want to you limp your weaker stuff more often now, right?
Exactly. But all I'm saying is like to Nick, like it could still totally be King 8-0 next time, and it could be 9-2-0. I don't think it means that he's polarized.
No, but that's exactly what I mean. I mean, it means they're going to bluff, but they're not going to have the middle.
I think, but they do have like the lower middle is what I mean. Like they
Sure.
bluff too high up too, so they have King 6.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's all kind of linear at that depth anyway. But
yeah, I was wondering if you would. I feel like, continuing versus their ISOs gets way better, is what I was kind of getting at. Like limping and calling their ISOs gets way better if they don't have queen jack suited, right?
Sasky check called 3 mil on the flop.
Uh,
Close, but
4 mil.
4. Okay. I was just making sure Lucas didn't check back.
So bad, probably.
Wow, 30 into 20. Yeah. Found a big bet. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
The flop is a fold.
Yeah, but 4 mil.
Don't think so. Or it's at least close. And I would want to peel against the way Lucas has been playing, because I think if it goes check, I just win the pot.
That's fair.
And it just seems kind of close anyway.
That's crazy. I do not watch the main very much. There's 3 names that are very unfamiliar to me there.
My microphone is blocking Sasky's hole cards the whole time. I
Ace Jack of Hearts.
gotta reevaluate here.
Giraffe, are you asking, like in theory, how many bluffs Jumalan is meant to have, or something else? In reality. So, how many bluffs do we think he has there? Tough to say, but it's not a spot where it takes much cleverness to find a lot of bluffs. So he could absolutely. Yeah, I think it's totally reasonable for him to have all sorts of Jack 10, Queen 10, diamond combos, 7x.
He does bet linear often, but more for like
No,
middling
I think
sizes.
he's asking basically, would he be 80 a bluff and be 150 only a set?
That
Which I
don't know.
I don't think so, actually.
That's the question, right, Jeff?
I think he can find bluffs for a B150. Because I don't think he has that much for value either for that size, because he bets linear with middle pretty often.
Yeah, I just think it's absolutely possible, and this might be what Giraffe is alluding to, that that was just never going to be. That was just him cheating value. He knows it's a thing, but he wants to be more controlling with his bluffs, and I really don't know.
It just seems so easy to have a gutter, though.
Yeah, but he might just check. We don't know yet, but the idea would be like if he has equity, maybe he checks or does something different. Did we see
asking if it's okay to do that with two straights getting there? Shouldn't be less than pot only. I like it. I think.
Yeah, no, I think that could even be right. Like what are you saying? Like that's how it works. Like button versus big blind, right?
On 9.
Also,
it does seem a little bit big.
Didn't he flop top set? He had top set, right? Or
yeah, 8-6-2 turn.
I would be surprised if you're allowed to overbet top set on a multiple straight completer when you have the top pair card from the flop. Like it'd be more like 66 or 80 or whatever.
What just happened here?
But I don't care.
3-bet 10-3-0 after a while.
10-2 off opened.
Yeah, but 10-3-0 won.
And then I was thinking about turn sizing with the pocket eights.
I was thinking about turn sizing.
It does seem like a little bit big, yeah.
I would guess it's not right.
There's the momentum 3-bet. So you see two plays, Dan. You see somebody check queen jack suited versus the limp 70 deep, and you see someone else 3-bet 10-3-0. Let's pretend the size was good. I didn't see what it was. Who do you take after you've seen those?
It was actually kind of good.
Okay. So who do you like after those two?
Who do you like to win the match?
You don't know anything else about them, but you're trying to decide: do you want the guy who checked the queen jack suited, or the guy who 3-bet the 10-3-0?
I want the guy who 3-bet the 10-3-0.
Well,
because I think that there could be reasons for 3-betting the 10-3-0. I don't think it's something that you should really ever do at this depth, but it's not like you should be 3-betting some pretty reggy hands, and if you have like even a little bit of a read that they're weak or just opening and never like limping the button, it's reasonable to throw that into your 3-bet range, and it's like at least it shows that you're thinking. I just see no circumstances where I would ever want to check the queen jack suited.
I would always go with the guy that checked the queen jack suited because I think that he's cheating and he knows the other guy's cards.
This is going to be an interesting one. Lucas has a pretty nice, it's a nice-ish catcher that is not an auto call at all.
I thought this was going to be great to see if it gets bluffed or not. Let's see.
Face the big size.
This is going to tell us a lot if Lucas wants to get into kind of higher variance decision-making spots, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm folding this to most people, but I think it's
Lucas.
Pretty quick call too. Pretty quick.
Yeah. It's only 10-6 at this depth for 3-betting. But my point was that it's not that crazy to 3-bet based on a read with their really raggedy hand. I'm just talking to the chat.
Sasky probably ends up having a really shitty bluffing hand here, right?
Really shitty bluffing
has
hand.
To be awful. Nine's not great either.
Yeah. It looks like the type of hand that we would never bluff, but somebody that doesn't actually have total cheese on the turn might think that it's their bluff now.
But yeah, blocking Jack 9 and Queen high flushes
here goes.
Does really suck.
Maybe the first time Lucas has been tested at the final table against one of these if Sasky goes for it.
If he goes big enough.
It is an odd sizing. And I would never
you trying to pretend this is Queen Jack? You got beat into the pot. Oh, Sasky.
He had a good catcher.
Good call.
I have no idea about Lucas, but you would assume he probably hasn't played much heads up, right?
I like this composure too. I like he's not turned to his rail doing that whole fucking, he's
The only thing is, even if I knew I was going to call, I would have taken a bit more time.
I agree.
Just, you might pick up on something that might be useful in the future. You might change your mind. It's just good to get your bearings straight. That's the only thing I would have changed. Just take an extra little bit. It's just a giant decision.
Yeah.
Or if you do have like a stone read on someone, like, don't tip them off maybe.
I was gonna say it's more of that, right? It's more of a live cash thing. Like in live cash, you never snap call a river when you know you're gonna call 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here it's like, I don't know. You're never gonna play against Saskia again, but yeah, you are gonna play against him for this moment. But maybe Lucas does think like, I think this is a good spot, but I don't want him to be like, I'd rather run him over than have him bluff me all the time. So maybe if I snap this one, he'll just stop. Like that's pretty kind of reasonable, right?
That was my strategy for about 10 years.
Yeah, just like snap this one. I'll get to play the rest of the turn the heads up the way I want, and we'll be done.
I made a ridiculous call. I made sure whether I was right or wrong that my hand somehow showed, and then they don't bluff.
Yeah, I think I like it. I'd like it right now. That was probably a dust bluff combo, I would guess.
Yeah.
And if you get fucking snapped by the 10-5e, it was raise call pre-flop, right? I guess you just have some nasty little 8 or whatever that's the best one. I don't know. This Little League Softball World Series looks fucking electric. Tie into that.
Yeah, it went. Yeah, chat's saying it went limp check pre.
Oh, it was limp check.
Which makes sense because otherwise Saskia has been 3xing, and the
Well-
10-5 wouldn't have defended.
Limp check pre makes that hand way worse for bluffing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Also, you might just show down and
Burn a
win.
lot. Yeah.
You might just like not put any money with the hand, right? Like not much.
Yeah, like you beat Jack 9 for sure. 9-8 might peel some again.
I'm on an early schedule, boys. I need Lucas to wrap it up in 15 minutes. Passing out.
Sleepy?
We'll take it,
Yeah.
buddy.
I got a lot going in the morning. Hey, it's the Foxens. Why is
Hey,
Alex
it's
looking
Cooney.
very stone-faced?
Shit, they lay it. What the
What did
big
Nick
guys
say?
go last here?
It's Moneymaker and son of Moneymaker.
Oh my god.
Holy smokes. It's poker royalty.
That was epic.
Toff 86 is asking about what kind of edges we could get in one of these seats. Dan, what do you think 70 deep your ROI is against, we'll call it a combo of Saskia and Lucas, so you're not putting one of them on the half your hands are against one half and we're against the other.
Jesus.
It's this structure, like, or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
70 deep and like the blinds don't go up.
Oh, I think they go up at whatever speed that they've been going up.
More than 5, less than 15%.
More than 5, less than 15. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's.
I think you guys are
well over 5, and it could crack 15 is possible.
I feel like you guys are at 12.
Yeah, I think it's much likely to be closer to 15 and probably in the digits.
I thought you guys could be at 20.
Nick, you see who's in the chat?
No, I'm standing.
Oh, it's our buddy Jared. Remember Jared from Australia? We were chatting the other day.
Yeah, in these spots, Sandy, in these spots, generally, like, players aren't going to pay you. Even if you ask for, like, 5%, they're generally going to be kind of reluctant to pay you. A lot of it is, like, ego, too, so you kind of just have to be fine playing it out for your edge.
I think people that are really good, I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think there's, like, a big chunk of edge when you get shallower too, when people don't know how to play shallow and they're just like overfolding everywhere and you're playing like 10, 15, 20 effective, 30 effective. Like they can't make up those mistakes that everyone makes doesn't know what's going on.
But there's big difference between anyone who's had a couple hours to talk to anyone good and someone who's thrown right into the fire. So like,
yeah, but they probably
They might not have practiced 10 big blinds deep, though, because they're like, I'm starting at 70.
I feel like if either of them decided to use their listening ears at all, they were forced into at least 20 minutes of prep on that.
Right, but Sasky, for example, here is 3xing off of 30.
But that might have been part of the game plan.
But now Julian's about to call.
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, then I would like to say at least 50.
I'm not saying that's what I think is going to happen. I'm just hoping it happens so everything is off the rails completely.
But Dan, that's not really where your ROI jolts up, right? You really want the guy 3xing on 30 against you?
No, I was more talking about the flatting 8s.
What did What did Jumalin end up doing?
You were more talking about the prep, if they prepped or not.
Did he jam or 3-bet?
He 3-bet like a jam. He 3-bet to 127 million, putting him all in.
Which you would always induce, right?
Yes.
Against a guy who just plays 3x's on the button with a rare limb. They're comparing him to Iceman, Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would not like... I think this is actually a great strategy to use if you feel you're up against someone that's better than you. You just want to play big pots, high variance, low SPRs. I don't want to be playing against that. I was more talking about, like, Nick made a joke about Lucas like flattening the 8s.
Got it. Giraffe is asking, if you get the final table, would you sell action overnight to reduce variance? Person to person, I would. I would reduce variance at every stage that didn't inconvenience me because I don't really have my $10 million life planned out.
We don't do it, but we're stupid. That's pretty much.
That sums it up.
Those are pretty much the two answers.
You can either be responsible and smart and do it, or you could be stupid and not.
The last time I had an opportunity to do it, I got a great offer at a final table in Macau in 2016, and I said, no, I'm taking it all. And
what about tell him when Corey came to you for a swap?
I was just gonna say I 4-bet shoved ace-5 off into Zoja's aces 6-handed after a massive chip lead, and I got 6. So I cost myself a bunch there. And then Corey asked me to swap when he won the main, and I got 45th, and I was like, nah, buddy. Yeah, so I'm just a fucking idiot, and don't follow anything that I do regarding that. I would say John's advice is
Sandy, we
better.
do chop a lot though. I would say we mostly chop
Heads up.
with
We chop.
yeah.
That's why I suck at heads up, because I'm just hoping to get heads up for somebody that's like, oh, it's Nick, he's gonna be good at heads up, and I'm like, all right, we'll chop, and they say, yeah.
Oh, you're just bluffing being good
Hang
at
on,
heads up
guys.
so that
This
you get the
one's
chop.
this one's interesting. So this is one of those kind of appealing bluff cards that's not really an anything river for Lucas. I think it's one of those spots that gets overcalled by the big blind.
He's gonna
wonder-
bluff, right?
I'm not positive he will. I think you might see how, hey, what am I repping? An ace doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to do the 9. I'm not surprised by that. Honestly, I think he was getting called.
I
think
kind of
it's a
like
good
it.
check.
Yeah, like
I
yeah,
like
it
it.
just looks like you have a missed gutter like he has, and then
Yep.
the ace is like bricky.
That's the kind of spot I think a lot of inexperienced players are like, got to bluff here. And then after they get called, they're like, well, whatever. He made this call, but I had to do what I was,
Right. That's more what when you're a heads up expert, you understand is like these wide range spots, how often you have to give up and how often you have to not see bet and all that stuff is like,
Yeah.
A lot of people think heads up is being a total savage because you're just against one other guy, but it's actually more about precision and understanding how many hands you have in every spot.
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to savage people every hand. It's like more like managing your range. And
So this should be all in, but I can see it not be. But especially versus a 2.5x, this is just
oh
an
shit,
auto
yeah,
shove
this
and
should
a
just
call.
go jam. This just goes jam call, right? If it's
It
us
should.
versus each other.
Don't spoil it for us, Dan. You're like 8 seconds ahead.
What do you
Well,
think,
I don't know
John?
what happens yet. I just see ace 10 and ace 9.
Yeah,
If
no,
this was me-
you saw that before I did.
John, if this was me and you, would it go jam call?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It is gonna. He's reaching.
So much for Dan not spoiling.
What?
Sasky's not gonna fold, right?
He turns
look
to his
back-
rail
you-
before he. What's this?
Dude, when you look back at your rail, you don't look back at those guys getting fired up to fold, right? You're like, yo,
He's just net rolling.
when you look back at the rail, you're getting fired up.
Yeah. Use the word of the year. He's performative.
Dude, this is gonna be great though if he just fucking snaps it off and then let's go!
Go. Let's go.
Sasky! Now that I know Eli's coached him, I'm all in on Sasky.
Oh boy, we're gonna see a big pump. Oh no, he didn't.
I'm all in on Sasky. Pads is like, bro, don't worry, you're about to win 100 million in the next 3 years.
That guy on Sasky's rail kind of looks like a Finnish Nacho Barbero.
Oh, mama, that's clean for Sasky. Oh yeah.
I mean, lots of chop opportunity, or not lots, but more.
Diamonds, buddy?
Oh,
Are we done?
well, we'll see.
Holy smokes. Sasky looks disgusted.
Sasky just took the mic off. That's a lot of outs, though.
Playing on here at the main, or will it be Lucas Jumalan's time? Only the dark knows the answer.
Diamond.
Here we go. We're back.
Wow.
Ski.
A little dance.
It's
This guy.
that's a GG run out.
That was a very GG run out.
Well, GG did buy WSOP, right?
He did. Goes over a fist bump him.
It's pretty incredible to think that with that, we're effectively playing even Stevens from here forward. Making all the L's that, Lucas was hanging around. Those are the solutions, not the shot. Just like that. Wash it down. As we're going to keep getting down. Here at the main event. Fast, Mr. Jumalan.
Sasky's little dance is so funny. He reminds me of like Big Earn and Kingpin.
I don't know what that reference is.
It's
but
like
I'm
this
gonna
Bill
look now.
Murray villain who was like just over the top flamboyant. It's great.
Who's big? What did you say? Big Earn from what?
From Kingpin. Remember Kingpin was a Farley Brothers movie. It's Chad Walker's favorite movie. Or him and Chris.
Shit, I gotta watch that one. I haven't remember that.
That was pretty funny. Remember Munson, the online reg? Munson?
Who? No.
Do you remember Munson 10?
Oh yeah, I remember the name.
That's from that, I think. That was Roy Munson was the main character.
Dude, that was a swing pot for the stream and for the tournament and definitely for Sasky.
Also a swing pot for John G. I'm gonna head to bed.
Go to bed,
Take us
buddy.
home, boys. Yeah,
All
I
right.
would love to watch it though. Some deep stack play.
You
Some
would?
momentum
If
to
you
get
if you would
covered.
really love to watch it, you'd stay up and hang out.
Yeah, what do you got tomorrow
So-
anyway?
I got a lot.
Yeah.
Early morning. Night, boys.
Really?
Yeah.
Night, night.
Good night, bud.
And stream. Shit. See you, man.
At the start of every hand, there is a preflop. That's why we decided to give you free access to our preflop library. You get cheap EV preflop ranges for stacks from 10 to 200 BBs, plus a full table preflop trainer with no limits of the number of hands. Use it as a study material to fill the gaps in your knowledge and practice regularly until your memory builds a solid foundation. Open GTL Lab and train preflop for free. At the start of every hand,
Hey guys, let's go through the way the course is organized. It progresses from chip EV all the way down to 3 left. It just follows what playing a tournament would be like and covers all the concepts that come along with that. And each subsection is roughly organized into concepts first and then practical hand history reviews, which are a little bit more fun and where we talk a lot of exploit stuff as well.
Just me and you, buddy.
Just the two of us.
John G left. But,
Do you know what he's doing today? Or tomorrow morning, I mean.
what?
Do you know what he's doing tomorrow morning?
A lot of really busy stuff, it sounded like.
Yeah.
he does have a grown child
That is
that
true.
takes care of himself, and it's the summer, so he can't be involved in that. But, you know, I'm used to seeing you on the computer every day. It's all good. We're not going to get to tap into that John G heads up specialist mode, but you're pretty good. You played a lot of heads up. I feel like I'm the worst of you three, but I'm better than these two guys, so we'll be all right.
I think this is Lucas's first limp.
That really is something like a lot of people get freaked out by like the right way to play big blind ante heads up is actually just like limp your worst hands and really don't limp your best hands too much. And people are like, oh, but what if they like exploit me? It's like, nah, it's just you're good.
Yeah,
You only have to
there's a
bid-
flow chart
Yeah.
for that, and it's is your opponent Ike? And if the answer is no, then it goes, is your opponent Sam Greenwood? And if the answer is no, then it's just play pretty straightforward.
Just limp your worst hands. You're good. Lucas is probably gonna work this one down, eh? It's also hilarious that John quit us when the average stack got to.
I know.
They're like, he's like, okay, they're equal. It's bedtime. What do you think about this on the turn?
I think that 2x pot is a very large bet and not something that you should do on a flush completing turn ever.
I did not realize that he bet that much. I thought I saw him reaching for chips, and I was like, "Oh, what do you think about betting a normal amount?"
Yeah, that's what I think.
But yeah,
what do I think of betting a normal amount? I think that would be a great play. If he went, say, 16 million,
you're trying to bet
12 million.
When you check back here, you're trying to bet an amount that is reasonable for an ace or a king, right? Like, because the flop went check, yeah?
No. It went limp check, min bet call, right? I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I mean, regardless of what the flop action was, on flush completing turns, you want to bet an amount where you can still bet top pair for value. You can bet two pair and not be building a range around flushes, which are very infrequent heads up.
Sasky's been fucking with everybody, so we don't really know what he's up to, but
I think he's going to fold. I mean,
I think he's going to fold for sure. Oh, he just did a check and reset. But sometimes people really don't if they're truly beginners, they don't understand hand strengths heads up, right?
yeah, and he's just like, well, this guy's either bluffing or not, and I got.
Because a lot of times, you know,
shit, he might actually continue. So yeah, the problem with this, what you were saying, like with inexperienced players, they're like, it's heads up, I got a pair, I got a bluff catcher.
I have a pair.
It's such a big bet. You can just wait for something with a spade kicker or at least a gutter, and just continue those hands.
Of course. There he is, Lucas, the greatest player of all time. Now, if Sasky's that far down, and we think that the way Lucas should have played is maybe check some flush cards, have some polar bluffs, Sasky might have some leads on the river, no?
I mean, it's kind of like a broken situation, right? But
Why?
well, because it's a spot where an amount of money went in that should never go in, and you're just like at this weird river node where ranges
No, I
are
just
kind of
meant
hard
like
to
on like
define.
a normal check call.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But I think like whatever, they're here on the river. At this point, I think Sasky should have considered leading, yes, because it's so hard for him to have anything worse ever, and very easy for him to just have like, I mean, it's a limp pot. He could just have Queen of Spades 4 himself.
The glasses just went off, dude. I don't think the rail should celebrate when Lucas goes all in or bets huge before a call happens.
Yeah, this is why I personally do not like having a rail. This would just be distracting.
So he actually just went.
Yeah, this is the giant river bet too. He went like B180 on the river.
He went 180 into 100. I mean, this is insane. Is Sasky fucking with him?
I thought he was fucking with him on the turn, and then he called for some reason. To the snack question, yeah, I've upgraded from Sun Chips.
I'm not snacking today. These guys are stressing me out, dude. I'm stressed. This is an absolutely crazy tank when you just have like really bad hands that also river to flush with a bad. You know what I mean?
You have a hand that you should never have, and the hands
Yeah,
that
the
you
hand
should
that you
have
should never
always
have.
have a flush.
I mean, I wasn't talking about this initially because I was like, I don't need to say anything right now because whatever just happened is wild. Lucas looks like he's about to go to Cabo. Like he's chilling. Like, dude, Sasky, come on, Elis, somebody do something right now. Like, overtake, phone in a friend.
Yeah, call Elis. Elis
Like,
would
phone a
fold,
friend,
turn,
call somebody.
and flop.
You probably don't want the 3 of diamonds. Please don't have the 3 of diamonds. 10-3 looks like a pretty nice savage. 3-5, 3-6. I don't want the 3 of diamonds. I'm making stuff up right now, but it seems like I think it's real. Like the 3 of diamonds might be a bluff card here in the limp check line. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. Like
Queen 3,
Queen 3,
10-3,
yeah, Queen 3, 10-3, 5-3.
5-3, 6-3. Sasky, dude, no.
What is happening right now?
What's going on?
I'm
dude?
stress eating just watching this.
Do we need? I want to bring the.
I think I
time
ate
banks.
8 pieces of beef jerky during his tank.
What does he have?
You
that
look
he
like you're
likes?
ice fishing. This is not good for our mental health.
We can't have the main event end like this. Sasky's about to cook his fucking wiener in the sauna, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it. Dude. Fold. I'm actually bored. I need something to do right now. I don't want this stream to end. I like doing this. Fold. You're gonna hang out with me for at least a little bit longer, right? I'm not gonna be alone.
If he calls,
If he
oh my God!
if he folds. Did he call?
Yes. But
Elis,
Okay.
I heard.
Remember when you were like, what do you think your ROI is? Whatever I said, more.
I don't want to make Sasky feel bad because I love Sasky.
Sasky's great, but
I
a
love
bad
him.
play is a bad play.
No, I love Sasky. I don't even want to talk about that hand. Obviously, everyone watching knows what just happened. I just hope I hope Sassy comes back. I hope he comes back.
John might have missed like
I mean,
the
Lucas
craziest hand of the main event ever.
Pads is gonna say that was a genius hand, and it worked. It worked. It worked. I don't think you're ever allowed to put that much money in on that side of the hand on Lucas. What? All right. Here's the real question: what happens if the river is not a spade? Did Sasky just double?
Well, I don't think he goes B180 is the thing. Like he got greedy with the set, right? He B150 with the set. We haven't seen an overbet bluff yet. I'm just saying.
Well, no, he overbet bluff the turn with the queen of spades there.
Well, no, but he has a lot of equity there. That's like,
Yeah, but on the river, did he do it?
yeah, on a brick river, it's
Like if it's a brick, like is he 180? That's the question for everybody,
I think
including
he
us.
might just pot it, but or
That's-
maybe he does go 180. I don't know.
But that's poker baby, right? That's poker baby.
That's a question for Pads.
No, if you want to be nasty at poker, you're good at knowing when some guy has that bet with queen of spades 5, or he just has it with queen 5 of diamonds. I mean, obviously Jack 3 was a fold. I'm sorry, Saskia. I love you, buddy. I love Euless. I love everybody involved, but you got you. Dude, you could cook your fucking hot dog in a million saunas and never come up with a result that calls Jack 3 of diamonds there. You know what I mean?
Sauna solver.
He got cooked.
No, he kind of got shredded.
He got cooked there by Lucas.
Could have a tummy ache.
Maybe
I just
Pads,
ate so much jerky. Jesus.
maybe Pads is right, man. Maybe this kid is the future.
I mean, maybe, but I still think he could have done without the 7xing.
If he's the future,
See you at Triton Jeju, buddy.
I was more thinking like, come work for us.
After you win Triton Jeju.
Yeah, we'll just
He's
chip
going to be
dump-
too rich to work for us.
We'll chip dump to him at Trident Jeju, then he can come work for us. Oh shit! We're gonna get to go to Baha Mar December 3rd through 17th, buddy. I can't wait. I'm gonna go to that club so many times.
Wait, are we?
It's Baha Mar this year.
Oh, it's not. It's not at Atlantis. Oh,
Atlantis is out.
oh well, that's great news.
Man, what's better than Lon McCarron and Norman Chad doing a fucking goggles bit? Let's go, boys. Come on. Off the stage. Off the stage. You guys are done. You're cooked. Later. Thank you. All right. So Sasky punts. Gets a hand next hand. Okay. Let's go all in. You got to shove, right? Because Lucas is not going to take a light ISO spot. because
Yeah, I mean, this like if you looked at the chart, I'm pretty sure that this would limp, but
of course it would limp.
I,
but
I,
like
I would always
yeah.
shove against a human
yeah, you can't.
because he's supposed to be all in with just like Jack 3 off and stuff.
He's not going to do anything versus the limp ever. Nor would I, because you just in that moment you're just like, yeah, I'm going to low variance win this tournament versus this guy, right?
Right.
This guy, Lucas has like too much equity to not play the pot, though. Unless Sasky bets like 7.
Yeah, you gotta call with a backdoor and some with a backdoor flush draw, some backdoor straight draws versus one big blind. Could
He actually has been like uncomfortable playing pots without initiative, though, so he's gonna fold.
yeah,
That's what I thought.
But
I thought,
yeah, I think it's a marginal, but a continue.
yeah. I just don't expect Lucas to get in spots like that.
Yeah.
He really wants to have control. Not faulting him for that. Obviously, it's good.
I mean, I'm assuming this is just gonna rip.
Yeah. I mean, you have
Okay.
to, right?
We are gonna see something.
I think you're like 5 seconds ahead of me somehow with that TSN fiber optic cable. So
Well, you saw that Sasky called, right?
just don't spoil it for me. Just shut up.
Wait, but where are you at right now?
Lucas is getting a massage from his rail.
Yeah, no, we're at the same.
Tell me when you
Oh,
see. Tell
wait,
me when
you're
you
at-
see the flop.
When I see the flop?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
I'm not there yet. Okay. All right, you lead this one, buddy.
well, no, if you're
Feed me.
behind, you lead it, and I'll work on my poker face.
Feed me the heartbreak. No, because the people watching are probably going to be seeing what yours is.
No one's on the TSN Bell fiber optic super speed. Like, all right,
I'm just not
there
yet.
there's some progress in the hand. I'll tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it's progress.
All right, it's over. All right.
Definitive progress. See, that was a pretty good poker face. I didn't ruin anything.
All right, we had the winner we wanted. We want Lucas to win.
Nah, it's awesome to see a young kid win.
22-year-old. He went out there. He played a strat that he did. He tried to execute a lot of stuff. He wasn't scared. I think that was definitely the story we wanted.
One thing I gotta give him credit for is like I think he was able to build up this image of like being super aggro, bluffy, spewy without actually doing any of that.
Yeah, he didn't do it. He just tried to do.
Like look, and then it did like end in this like pivotal hand where he just like had the nuts, overbet twice in questionable ways, and just got called by a hand that had no business calling ever on any of the streets.
And he would have just never done it with a bluff.
And yeah, so I really gotta give him credit for that. So yeah, well played, buddy. Come work for DTO Lab now.
I think he did great, honestly. All right, thanks guys for watching. We're done here. There's nothing else to watch. We were rooting for Lucas the whole time. Maybe we'll even, talk about some of these hand histories or some of the plays he made. Sasky was one of my favorites that went the whole time. Good run too. So, all right, we're out.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thanks everybody. Thanks, Danny. Later, guys.